Exactly. And for me, that's why I'm trying to cover all bases, because again, like, as much as this is a journey for me, I don't only aspire to have one car, and I don't only respect cars of one kind of price point or one manufacturer or whatever. Bro, I fucking love my Germans. I love my Jap. There's certain French cars I like. Do you know what I mean? And I want, if I can, to get a few in my collection of each. So that's why I've got 100%. The Honda. You know, I'm a big Honda fanboy, bro.
The Integra
like, you know what I mean?
build, I've been watching that.
Favorite build.
I love it.
Favorite build.
Bro, the screamer pipe coming through the exhaust is quite possibly the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Shout out to fuck, they're gonna kill me.
Oh no, he's getting exposed.
Fuck, you put me on the spot here. Keep talking, Jack. Keep talking. Keep talking, and I'm gonna. Oh, mate, they made the sickest exhaust right now. Fucking hell, what they call full throttle put down and not. Keep talking, Jack.
I'm gonna let the silence.
All right, ask me that question again. You didn't even ask me. I was gonna say it, wasn't I?
Who did your exhaust? That screw pipe.
Oh, it's Overkill Performance, bro. Shout out to Overkill Performance.
It's so impressive how you just knew that off.
Come on, bro. I've got to know these things. It's what I do. But
it's my job.
But yeah, no, they made it. They done a real sick design with that. But that
build is, bro.
That's a very special.
That's
build.
the one that I've loved watching the most, because it's like but even that rare thing you got for the all-wheel drive.
What was that? Yeah, the wagon bits.
The wagon bits.
Wagon bits.
That I've watched the all-wheel drive. It's sequential. It's got a screw pipe going through the exhaust. It's like a fully built K20, big turbo. Cyvex, bro. It is sick. It is a sick build,
bro. So I'm. I don't want to scare people away. Yeah, I want people to know there's still going to be really good content coming on the channel. Yeah, but bro, if you think I'm ever spending that much money on a build again, you've got fucking nothing coming.
Really?
That has cost me more. I've never spent so much money on a build. People want to know. People ask, right? And I think I might make a video on it. I'll tell you off. If I haven't already told you before, I don't think I've told you. I'll tell you off camera how much that build's cost me. And a lot of stuff I've got from mates rates, yeah? But I will put it this way, yeah? My new Supra that I bought, yeah? And again, I paid a lot of money for that because overinflated prices right now. I've spent more on modifications, yeah, to my Integra than that car cost me.
Oh my God.
I've spent a lot of money on it. And bro, going back to it, I will never see nowhere near 5% of that back through revenue or videos that I've made in this car, so far at least. Like, you know what I mean? So it's.
But it's a personal thing as well.
It's personal.
That's the thing with YouTube, is that I feel like you've got to sometimes make decisions that don't always make the most monetary sense. Because people have to watch it and say he's doing what he's passionate about.
Exactly. This is, for me, this is the build. This is the special one that I do not fucking sell. This is the one that stays in the clip. I don't care if it gets cobwebs. I don't give a fuck. That shit's staying there until there's an event and I'm pulling it out. And I'm doing the party shit.
Blowing the fattest flame through the
Exactly. Bro, it's that. It's a special build.
Yeah,
I might be wrong, but with my setup at least, I don't know if there's another one in the world. I know there's 4-wheel drive sequential. Shout out to TRC, they built one. But on the same Cyvex and things like that, it's just probably not another one.
That's definitely been my favourite build of yours.
And bro, it's only about to get better, because the car, I can officially say now, which is probably, because this is probably going to go out in 2 weeks or whatever, but the car is fucking ready. It's ready. And I'm going to film a first drive video on it on Tuesday. So next Tuesday, it's Friday today.
I'll sit in the boot.
What is it? External fueling, bro. There is no boot anymore.
Oh no, is it not?
Yeah. And also, shout out to FEV. This is like becoming a big plug. So FEV are fire suppression people. So if people have seen my Porsche,
I saw your video on that.
Yeah, have you seen my in the
Porsche? I remember you thumbnailed it. I
clickbaited the shit. Yeah, I had to. Bro, no one's gonna watch it otherwise.
No one's gonna watch fire safety video.
Exactly. Bro, I dropped it at first with a catchy title. Didn't quite say that I'd blown the Porsche. I just had the maddest thumbnail picture.
You got some plausible deniability.
Yeah.
I didn't thumbnail it. Read it back.
Exactly. But then people were like, oh, clickbait. I'm like, no. So I've changed the title and I was like, clickbait. I writ clickbait in it, but I still got the views, which is good because, bro, like, look, there's videos where you're trying to sell a milkshake, yeah? That might not benefit your life. It might. But if you spent 20 grand on a build worth of modifications, fire suppression it's going to save your shit. If you don't need to use it, fucking good on you. Good. But do you know what? If you do need to use it and it saves your 20 grand build for £1,000 install or whatever the fuck it costs, bro, you smashed it. So it's for me, I thought it was quite it's relevant. Anyway, that kit, which is like Novec gas, Novec gas or something like that, full electrically fucking distributed. So you press a button, it's got control and all that. Fucking injects from loads of different positions, bro. I've got that in my Integra. The same one for my Porsche. I've now fitted that to my Integra, bro.
This Integra, bro. There's not a spare penny has
bro,
not been spent.
But you know what, there is, because you know what, you do all this, yeah, you do all this, and then you look at the outside, yeah, you look outside, and you're like, now it's got all this hype surrounding it.
Job.
Yeah, bro, it does. Right, so Integras get rust around the rear arches, right?
Oh yeah.
And mine was, bro, when I bought this car, it did not have fucking rust, yeah, and now it started to bubble around the rear arches. So I'm like, I need to get that fixed because people are just going to come see the car. It's going to be an attraction when it's there. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be like, oh, fucking hell, it looks a bit scabby in real life. But in real life, it actually doesn't look scabby, but, you know, it's me overthinking things.
But, bro, when you spend money like that on a car, you want it to be absolutely 10-10 perfect.
Bro, it's like one of those ones, you see like Titanic, yeah? Like, if that ship goes down, yeah, I'm going down with it. If it sets on fire, yeah, and it's fire suppression, don't turn it out, yeah? I'm going down with it.
I'm going down with the ship.
I'm burning with it. Don't try to rescue me. I'm going down with it.
Living if that
there ain't, bruv. There ain't. Woo! I'm going to have to do a mad insurance scam to try and get that money back or something. Insurance companies don't hate me. Oh, shout out to A-Plan, actually.
Yeah, shout out to A-Plan.
Should be doing that. But, there's, going back to it, there's builds that you do for the journey, and there's builds that you do because you fucking love it. Like, you know what I mean? And you just want to create something. And it's just
special.
For me, don't get me wrong, I love my Porsche. Shout out to ES Motor. Big shout outs. Each and every time. They're like family, yeah? And I love that Porsche. That's a special car. But we haven't cut a fucking transmission ton in it and put four-wheel drive in it. It's not meant to be. We haven't turboed something that wasn't turbo, built the engine and fucking... Do you know what I mean? There's levels
with the Porsche, it's more kind of building on top of Porsche's already unreal engineering.
Yeah.
With the Integra, it's like... Literally... It looks the same. That's about it.
Yeah. That thing's meant to have 240 brake horsepower, be front wheel drive. Naturally aspirated.
I think it was a 600.
It made 620 on pump fuel, and we haven't done the ethanol map yet.
Yes, I saw that because it was something. Did something go wrong on the dyno or something?
Yeah. So a couple sensors. Sensors gave up. Yes. So although it's Syvex, right? Syvex get their sensors from a reputable company. But because of lockdown, as everything is in high demand, they couldn't get their sensors. But you can use different sensors that will work with the Syvex, right?
Yeah.
So there's a few brands to go for. And we went for the best brand, bar the one that we can't get. And they fucking let go. But anyway, all of that is rectified now. The other thing was the load cell on a Sequential. That fucking gave up on life. I was like, what the fuck? All these things going wrong. So we couldn't map in a flat foot shift. That is now mapped in. And all I'm saying is I've actually flat foot shifted. I've driven it. Bro, when I tell you this video, when it drops, yeah, I just hope it all goes to plan because, bro, it's savage. This car's savage.
Do you know what I reckon? That's going to be a car that you ain't going to let anybody else drive. Surely.
I don't want to. But I know there's a queue of people who really want to say, Jay, I want to make a video on that. And I'm like... Bro, like, I need to sign a fucking, like, some sort of an agreement. You break this, yeah? Bro, the gearbox on that car is a lot of money.
Bro, it's a Sequential.
Like, don't misshift it and fucking... Oh, mate. Like, it's one of those ones where it's like, I've spent a lot of money on it, but I want to use it. I don't want it to be an ornament. Like, I've spent it to fucking send it. And I feel... And hopefully that's going to be my mentality. What's the point having something that's built for a purpose that you can't use? Yeah. So I'm going to send it... Look, if it breaks a million times, then I might be like, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't send it so hard.
It's funny that because you've got, obviously, on that car, brand new parts. All of them, right?
Well,
pretty much.
But this is the thing, but like when you're talking about the wagon stuff, yeah, they only come off like a 1990 Civic wagon. So it's old mixed with new.
But that's the kind of thing where you can't, like, there's no way there's no way you can get like a new parts for that. But it's weird because I feel like with the builds that I've done, I put new parts on it and I put the old parts back on and they work better. I literally had with Boris, with the micro, I literally had new coil packs, new spark plugs, new injectors, brand new, literally all been either refurbished or brand new off the shelf.
Yeah.
And I put them in, the car breaks 3 times, and one of the times it's a spark plug, one of the times it's an injector, and one of the times it's a coil pack.
Fun.
And I go and put all the old stuff back in, and it hasn't broken.
Yeah.
Fine. It's just like
it's mad. It's like everything mates up together. It's
Yeah.
just made to be. Like the injectors makes a fucking deal with the piston.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to do this. You're going to have to work with it, and this is how it's going to be. And they all become mates. You introduce someone new to the party, and it's like, nah, fuck that.
It's very weird, man. But there's always, with builds like your Integra, there's always going to be teething issues. That's what.
Exactly. Well, this is what I'm fully expecting, right? So the car has not been launched, yeah. And I spoke to, shout out to Auto Talk, who built the Integra, right? I spoke to them and Josh, who actually physically built it.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, send it in it, like launch it. Like I'm gonna launch it, so let me, like, so you feel free to launch it. But then we were speaking, they were like, look, we prefer you fucking yeah.
We don't want to.
Yeah. They're like, we've built everything to do it, but we prefer you to do it. We don't want to do it wrong and break it, which is understandable. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking send it myself then, yeah. But I shit you not, I'm gonna capture the first send on camera because teething issues, something might go wrong.
Yeah.
And if I don't catch that shit on fucking camera,
yeah, it's just pointless. Like, right, if it's gonna go wrong, it's on.
Better go wrong on camera.
And then at least I get lots of nice.
Exactly. Negative or positive. Look, at least some way the ad revenue is gonna help towards the repair.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Maybe not with that fucking gearbox, but yeah, I mean, that car is. I can't wait to actually get in it next week. It's really, bro. It's, I shit you not. Like when I done a little first drive video where we weren't properly going for it, but it was just on a base map.
Yeah, bro.
It's like Christmas. Honestly, it's like fucking Christmas.
Bro, I could just. Like with those sequential gearbox videos, like with the R33 with Darren, or with that R32 that was sequential.
Yeah. Shout out to Jam.
With Jam.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you shift it and you can feel it, even through the camera. You can feel the mechanical like clunk into it, bro. That's because I've never driven a sequential.
Yeah.
But even on camera, I think it's one of those things where it actually portrays really well.
Do you know what?
The anger that
you feel like a mood. You feel like you're part of the car. You like the involvement, although you're not like H pattern. All right, cool. One way you got to go wham. So you're moving in different directions. But with the sequential, bro, you feel the clunk. It's like boom, through your body. It's like pulling a fucking lever. Like it's mechanical. It's like boom. It's like a factory lever.
It's one of those things where you can't really describe it. Other than it's like
yeah. It's, bro, and that's how it is. And it's like, oh man, it's just you feel like I don't know, bro. It's just look, anyone who's driven a sequential will know. And I know there's different. What's the word? I can't even remember. There's different uses for sequentials. So you'll have sequentials on naturally aspirated cars and everything like that are race cars or whatever, drift cars, like, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of drift cars use sequentials. But then you'll get your high power builds with a sequential, and the time you make up with the sequential shift as opposed to a H pattern shift, like you stay on boost and shit. Oh, bro, it's fucking incredible.
Mate, manual, just like
it's relentless.
DSG, mate.
Yeah. It literally can be. It's not going to be as quick as a DSG, but it's comparable.
It's the closest that you can get being as fast as DSG with that engagement.
Yes.
That's what you get the quick shifts and you get the engagement. You got the best of both worlds.
Clutchless shifts too. So your foot is flat on the throttle, and all you're doing is pulling a lever. Rally cars too.
Watching that R33 video, that was brilliant.
Oh, bro.
Because you could see your.
That was the first time I was like, "What is this?"
You're like, fucking ass,
bro. I shit you not. When I first I didn't like. It's such a weird one. I don't know if I've ever told this story before. I wasn't even meant to film that car. I done that. I don't know. I hadn't been doing YouTube for more than a year, maybe. Fuck knows. I can't even remember. But like getting sick cars on the channel was still a struggle. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't pop up all the time because at the end of the day, I'm still a growing YouTuber. And the sick cars might have been going to XY YouTube or whatever. So I was meant to film a certain car, and he pulled out. I can't even remember what car it was, but it weren't fucking anything on a 955 brake horsepower sequential 33 GTR. And I had a group chat, and I've still got that group chat actually from like original OG fucking car feature guys.
Oh yeah.
And I put on it, I was like, has anyone got a mate who wants to fucking do a review? And shout out to Josh, who's got a Nissan R32 GTR, who's been on the channel before. Sick one.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, my mate.
Oh, was that the bloke with the black one?
The black one.
Wow, with that red and white stripe.
Joshua Speed. I think that's his full name. Shout out to him. Sorry if I've said his government. I'm not. Maybe that's his Instagram name, but I've got a feeling that's his real name. Bald fella, looks like.
No way, his second name's Speed.
I feel like it. I think his name is Speed. Yeah. So he's made for it.
Nah, but the name's Speed.
Yeah, Speed. Joshua Speed. He was like, yeah, my pal's got a sequential R33 GTR running 955 brake, and at that time, I shit you not, bro, like. This might sound like bullshit. I didn't really know what a sequential gearbox was. I feel like I might have known a little bit about it.
now I think about it, I think the sequential. Your video was the first time I think I'd ever seen a sequential gearbox as well. It was one of those things. I was watching it because I watched the R32 video as well, and that was a completely different car because that one was a massive build up, a boost, and then it came. I was like,
there you go.
And then with this one, like because the head was so well flowing, the turbo was so quickly spooling, there was no lag, and it was just like, wah, bah, bah,
bro. Like
sick,
when you see me pull that fucking lever for the first time, yeah, that's real because I'm like, what is this? Like, how is it, like, you feel, it's scary, because with that, at least, you flat foot, yeah, you pull it back, and because it's got ignition cut, because it's got a load cell on the shifter, yeah,
bangs every
bro, it cuts the fucking ignition, whatever it fucking inject, and you let off, bro, so you're shooting a massive flame from the exhaust, pulling it, you're feeling the bang from the exhaust vibrate through you as well as pulling it into gear. Bro, it's all fucking crazy. And I'm like, what is this? And then, but you haven't got time to worry about it, what it is, because you need to stay in a straight line because you've got 950 fucking brake horsepower propelling you down the road and you're trying to not die on camera and not break his fucking car. Bro, it was just like an overload of sensory overload.
It's a crazy thing. That video was everything. It was the fact that Darren had done that car so well. It was so subtle.
Yeah,
and I remember him saying on the video, like, oh, I'm going to de-chrome this and that. I don't like the flashy look. I'm like, what a legend. He's just there for the performance.
He was just so chilled, bro.
And it's just a silver car, unassuming, like, even though it was an R33 GTR. It was a fucking sleeper.
Yeah.
And it was just sick. And that was an insane...
Yeah.